Hey everyone, this is a trader investor, and in this video I'm going to do a quick recap on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Just over the weekend there were some slight action. It seemed like, after Friday's bearish movement, that over the weekend price kept pushing up. Within the last week and a half downturn, we're having a consolidation area. This is a consolidation area within this downturn. So could this be an accumulation or a distribution? Yet to be seen. Now, there's a lot of discussion out there looking at this overall market, how prices come down from the highs and just kept pushing down, and we're inside consolidation zone here. And this consolidation zone, some of us might say it's an accumulation, and some people might disagree and say it's a distribution. Either case, I would like it to be an accumulation based on what I see: selling climax, automatic rally, and then we're consolidating. But the confirmation is going to come whether we break out of this and do this, or we break down from here and do this. That's going to be where the consolidation comes. I have drawn an order block here in the 26,000 range, so price might be wanting to go for that. That could be one possibility that is happening, and that is why price is not really pushing back up above this jump the creek line for an accumulation. But if it's a distribution, then this is going to be the jump the creek line, and it's going to go down. The other important thing is I've drawn this area of liquidity where price has come down a few times and tested it, and this has been manipulated many times. Even over the weekend, price comes down, it acts like it wants to reverse. If anybody was in the trade thinking that price is going to reverse, well, they got stopped out by 2 bars here. This is the 4-hour bar, so this is just what I'm seeing. I mean, you can go down to any time frame and you'll still see that price manipulation. People who said, hey, Friday, this is it, let's jump in for the long side, well, price decided to come back down. And anybody said, oh yeah, I just broke this liquidity and wanting to go on the short side, meaning maybe they got out of position thinking it's going to go down, well, it decided it wants to reverse. If they have the type of accounts that allow them to short crypto, they also are wiped out because price significantly reversed. This significantly reversed from 31 to 35, $4,000 move. So this is why it is important in this scenario, if you are a trader, to be very patient. We need to get this confirmation that this is actually a terminal shakeout to go to the long side, or we're not done with the downside, it wants to go further. We really want to wait. And what do I mean by wait? After a breakdown, a retest of these as resistance, and price continues to go down. If we see this breaks down and the retest is inside, break down and the retest is inside, then it is not confirming that downturn is coming. Here we never broke down and it kept going up. It kept going up, but then it has a hard time breaking above this jump the creek line. Again, what do we want to see? Break above it, retest it, and continue up. Until we see that, there's no trade. Now you can go down to lower time frames and start playing these bounces, right? So as price is done manipulating, you get this spin bar, you can go for it. This up and down games, this is just too narrow of a range for Bitcoin, and also it just requires a lot of babying. So for me, I just don't find it that interesting because there's no in my personal style, I don't short crypto, so I just don't find this interesting. I want to wait to just keep adding to my position for long-term hold. I want to wait for this area to clear, this area to clear, this area to clear, then I'm in the game. So this is how I'm looking at Bitcoin, and we'll take a look quickly at Ethereum as well. It's a similar scenario. Price has been coming down but then consolidating in this zone. So during this consolidation, we want to make sure that, as I said, it could be a redistribution jump the creek or an accumulation jump the creek, but in either case, we want to see it intact. Now, it was a little bit tricky here because price broke down, retested, and showed us this, but short-lived. It went up. So it could be easily tricked here to enter for a short position, but if you are trading and you want to see this line broken, right, the last real good push up, that when that is broken, that's your entry. Or if you draw a trend line, then you had some entries. So it's kind of tricky. Sometimes we do miss it, but this kind of entry with a tight stop, you'll be fine. So it was tricky. It gave us what we want. Break down, retest, seems to continue to break down, but this was not truly confirmed because we did not break. So if I make this, if I zoom this out a little bit, so this bar, I want to see a break of this bar here, right, because this is the last push up. This is the last push up. I want to see a break of this bar here. Nothing closed below it, therefore there was no entry. But if you did enter based on, you see, oh well, I see 2 bars to the downside and I'm entering, it wasn't a bad decision. It just price decided to do something else. So again, similar to Bitcoin, we're having in a downturn some movements up and down. It's trying to shake out who wants to go in, who wants to go out, but also it's possible that we are going to come down to 1500, 1600 area to an order block here. And what I want to do as well is, now that we have a different area here, maybe this jump the creek line is slightly lower here. Is this wick here, this wick here, and then some areas where it bounced off a few times, and now it will help us rethink the next time it breaks down, because it was up here. The reason why I moved it down is based on new information. We adjust our support and resistance, and it seems like this area is where it wants to stay a little bit longer. So, you know, that area, or you might even draw it slightly higher, somewhere there. Again, remember, support and resistance is not a single point, it's an area. It's an area. So you draw it so that you can clearly see the action. That's how you draw it. And I feel more comfortable putting it here, whereas I had it way up here. Either way, it's an area to take a look at. Alright, this is how I'm looking at the crypto right now, where Bitcoin is leading. That's where the rest of the market is going to go. Alright everyone, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.